So
You just did the 40th anniversary of the Rainbow Boys.
Yeah, I guess.
Can you take us back to the filming and what it was like?
Is it 40th anniversary?
I think it's 40th.
No, that was heavy metal.
Yeah, I mixed it
God,
up.
it's
Sorry,
50.
we're coming up to
nearly
50
nearly
years,
50.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a few years.
Yeah.
So what can you take us back to what it was like to be there in 1973, I guess it was, and filming this?
Well, first time I saw the area where Lytton, BC is, you know, the famous town that burnt down during that recent fire,
Yeah.
was several years before that, when we went through that area when we were doing the Railrodder with Buster Keaton.
Oh.
That's how it, you know, that's how it got it. And strangely enough, I thought at the time, wow, what a great place with the, you know, the great massive Fraser River.
Wow.
And the CN Railroad on one side and the CP Railroad on the other side. It was an ideal place to make something, and I didn't know what at the time. And it was several years later, I was doing a movie called Superbus, which I don't think I've ever told you about.
Yeah.
And it was shooting in Panavision, and it was for the World's Fair in Osaka, Japan. And it was to show the people, the people of Canada from coast to coast. It was another coast to coast film.
Oh my God.
And it was actually seen by 55 million visitors to that World's Fair in Osaka, believe it or not. And there was one on the Canada the land and one on Canada the people. I did the one on the people. And we had a bus, a small school bus, all coloured up with a rock group on top. And yeah, it was a real little rock group, and we went from coast to coast. It was a harbinger of the Railrodder in a funny kind of way. Oh, wow. And that's where I first met the gold miner who lived in a shack. The actual shack is the same, by the river, as the shack that we used in the Rainbow Boys, where the actual gold miner actually lived.
Oh my God. That is really interesting.
And that amazing, we took the old school bus all painted up. We took it across the river there on that funny,
yeah, the barge.
You know the barge?
Yeah.
Well, of course, when I wrote the music for the music, the script, I mean, for Rainbow Boys, of course, it was still there. And that's when I came on that. It was after that trip in 1969, shooting that Osaka film, that I started to think about the idea of, you know, somebody like Logan, the gold miner, meeting up with some sort of odd people from another land, as it were. You know, you know, I mean, the guy that came all the way from New York on the
right.
bike, and it was because I'd seen at that time, in '69, I had seen some kind of hippie type of kids wandering around. You know, they'd come from God knows where.
Okay.
You know, talking to people in Lytton, and I thought, oh, combination.